Welcome back to the Dad Edit. This is episode 10. Dad, Frights and Family Nights. What Halloween teaches us about showing up. Costumes, candy, chaos. Halloween is pure kid magic.
Yeah.
I know for me it was probably September through October planning my Halloween costume, what I want to be. I want to be a freaking Ninja Turtle, or I want to be Dracula. I always amped about that. But beneath the sugar highs and the spooky nights, there's deeper things happening. I know when I hear the word Halloween, I'm not a big Halloween person. There's 3-4 nights that just like stick out. When I hear Halloween, I associate it to just these memories and all so much fun. And I just think that for me, not being a big Halloween guy, it's just a nostalgic night. It's just about these really great evenings. And I don't know for you guys, if you've had, hilarious costume fails or unexpected meltdowns. I don't know what I'm going to experience in the future. But I really want to dive into what Halloween reveals about connection and flexibility, and what our kids really need from us when things kind of get weird. So I want to kick it off with the classics. Weird costumes, cold weather, pillowcases full of sugar. What were your Halloween nights like as a kid, and how do they compare to what we're seeing today? Because I think Halloween's changed quite a bit since we were kids.
I think so.
I don't think it's quite the same anymore. Jeff or Ryan, what do you guys, give me a comparison. What was Halloween like for you?
Oh boy, Halloween was one of the greatest nights for me. It was the night of being able to have treats, my friend. Like I couldn't really afford to be going and buying candy and everything like that. Financially, we weren't there.
Mm-hmm.
But when Halloween came around, I was an all-nighter. I was not.
Well, you get all the best candies that night.
Brother, I knew where to go. I had the map out and everything like that. It was ridiculous. Yeah. I'm putting in the work because this is going to last me for the next 8 months. So,
especially like I remember there were so many people handing out candy when we were kids. I feel like fill up my sack, run home, dump that bitch on my bed, go back out with an empty one.
Yeah.
Right.
We were all on the same page. Mom Dukes was on the same page. It was like she had the garbage bag. I had the pillowcase, and we'd re-up right there. There was no going home, brother. We were all focused. And she was our motivational speaker. Come on, go get this. Let's go get this money. Get this candy. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I remember it going into like 11 o'clock at night when
hell yeah.
Raining, cold, doesn't matter. We were out there until the last light was off.
For sure. And people stayed handing out candy later. Yeah. I know for myself, I'm probably the household that should get TP'd because I shut my lights off and duck below the window. But not many people hand them out as much. I feel like every house handed out candy.
Yeah. And because even like recently, last year, going down my street, I was just like, is it even Halloween?
Yeah.
Right? It's like no lights on, hardly any kids on the block. I'm like, are they for real right now?
Do you remember we used to do UNICEF too?
Yo, I remember that.
The little UNICEF box, little cardboard box. You got too much change and it would rip apart.
You get it from school.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure they'd give it to you. Yeah, I remember that. That was pretty dope.
So weird.
Yeah.
Hey, can I get some candy and some dirty coins? You throw them in there.
Yeah, wow. It was a serious night. Up and down. So I'm from Montreal, right? So in the area I was raised in, a lot of duplexes. It was up and down steps, bro. It was a workout. I'd wear my couldn't really afford to buy a Halloween outfit, so I'd wear my football outfit. Every year was Bo Jackson. Let's get it.
Hell yeah.
And we were so focused, me and my friends, we were so focused. There was no light work going on. Like I noticed with my kids when their turn came around, right? No one was complaining, everyone was happy. And everyone working up a sweat.
It's like a Halloween you'd see in a movie.
Exactly.
Like class.
Kids everywhere. You know what? There's one movie that always sticks out to me that I remember when I think of Halloween. I think E.T.
Yeah.
E.T. was starting. They were like running all over the street because it was Halloween night. Kids are like having a fun. That's what I remember Halloween being. I don't see none of that now. Maybe it's where I live, so I'm out of the city now.
Yeah.
But I remember being a kid and kids skirting across the street, all laughing and playing, and like until late. Yeah.
I'll give you some hope though. So I live in an area where there's multiple complexes around, tons of kids running around. You know, families that are out with their kids, they are leaving big bowls of candy on their step while they're all, you know,
Oh yeah.
there's, and the kids start early, like 5 o'clock. I'm not even fucking ready yet. Yes, come back later. Wait till the lights go down because I make it a point to like shine lights on the house and like put a projector on the window that has zombies crawling all over the place kind of thing.
Oh, cool.
Hey, I want the kids to know like this is Halloween's still alive.
Hell yeah.
You know, they're still fun. Like, you know, those houses that go all out, they spent their whole budget.
Yeah.
It's nice to show that, like, to be festive about it too, and like keep the magic alive for everybody.
Come on, man.
I fucking love Halloween. It's like my favorite. It's my Christmas, man.
I love it.
Okay.
And every year that the kids get a little bit older, they're starting to want to hand out candy and be part of the experience. My son had this great idea of setting up like a spooky carnival and having like a ticket booth and maybe some weird horror carny games going on. And,
That's so cool.
as they get older and go out trick-or-treating less, maybe they can stay and help with the whole like keeping the magic alive kind of thing.
See, I feel like as a kid, I always liked the being at home person more. I liked creating an event for them to come up to.
Yes.
We didn't, but that's what I was always drawn to more. Did you prefer going out and now you just like creating an experience?
I was like Ryan, and because the magic of being young and going up to this house that went fucking all out, they spent time creating this experience for the kids to enjoy the magic of Halloween. And it is magical when you're 10 years old and there's some scary shit, like, and you're walking past like up there, this stranger's laneway, and like out pops an animatronic or like a person in a mask.
Yep.
That's fucking magical. And that's stuff you remember, and that, you know, I kind of want to keep that magic alive.
Yeah.
Type
For
of
sure.
thing. And
For sure.
like, for example, I'll have these 3 uncarved pumpkins off to the side, and I'll hit it with a projector with these faces of a jack-o'-lanterns talking to each other.
That's dope.
And they sing songs and they tell stories and they crack jokes, and the younger kids, they love that. People are taking videos of it.
Oh, that's so cool.
To post on their Facebook or whatever. That's magic. That's keeping the magic alive and just making it special, a special night.
Is there like so for me, there's a house that stands out that I can remember year over year. It was on like the corner near our school, and they had like a big hedge on their property, like almost like a fenced hedge. It was like 12, felt like as a kid, felt like 12 feet tall. And the little door, and they would do like a maze in their yard. And it was always like scary music. And when you walked by that hedge, you could hear kids screaming in there. And then you went through the maze, and then you got your trick or treat, you got your candy, and then there was an exit. That house went out all out every year. And it was the coolest shit on the whole block.
Yeah.
I always remember that house. Is there a night or a house that you guys can remember from your childhood?
To pinpoint, not really, but it was just the whole experience of that night, right? For myself.
I grew up in a small town, like less than 500 people live there. And so let's say you're looking down the street and, you know, you see the houses with the lights on, houses with the lights off, and the houses that went all out. At the end of the road, there was this one house that like they spent a bunch of money on, you know, props and animatronics, and it was like kind of a bit of you walk down this strange, I've never met them in my life, but I know that they're the Halloween house.
Yeah.
And you go, and it's a great experience, and you work your way towards that house, you know, building up the strength to get up to the door. And it's usually this nice little old couple that like just loves to
Loves the spooky holiday.
Yeah.
magic for everybody.
Yeah.
It's great, and I love that. Yes, they do stand out.
Mm-hmm.
There's also this house around the corner from the kids' school, and they do their yard is covered all like October long, and it gets like talked about on the radio. the local radio station, and you go and you donate like a can or two, and they take those, they put on this big, you know, spectacle of a house and decorations and all that, and then they donate the.
Oh, so that's a unique one. Like, you don't see that.
I know.
Yeah.
When you guys were growing up with Halloween, is there anything that you guys experienced to kind of shape how you proceed now with Halloween? Like for me, my mom, same, like we couldn't afford nice store-bought costumes. But my mom always made sure I had a costume.
Yeah.
She did her best to, you know, we're going to do your makeup. You're going to be Dracula. You know, all we got was a full set of teeth.
Yeah.
And she put some makeup on me, but
my eyeliner.
it was still so good.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's, for me, I want to make sure that I'm showing up. It's not just about buying you a $400 costume.
Yeah.
You're not going to appreciate that. But I'm going to make sure this experience is exactly what you want. You're going to go out with a great costume. We're going to have a fun night. What about you guys? Has anything from your past shaped how you show up for Halloween right now?
I want to say yes, and I'm going to say no. Because going through what I went through, wearing the football outfit and not being able to get the Superman costume or whatever costume, I really wanted to do that for my kids. So it was like we were well prepared, me and my wife. Come around August, you know, start stashing some change away for the costumes. I remember one year, my youngest was It. And we went all out. Like we went and bought the costume, we got the face paint, and the joy that was in Azaria's fucking face, bro.
Yeah, I love that.
We have this little video clip of her just in like a still stance. And she's just so into character, bro. And then she's running towards the camera, and it's just like the joy of being able to know that she'd get the whole outfit and she can display one of her favorite movies, you know, on Halloween. So we were really prepared when it came to our kids. We didn't mind spending the money because I remember where it lacked. I didn't want to lack in that area.
Yeah. And I think that's part of that's what shaped you, right? You want to be able to, fuck it, we're going all out.
Hell yeah.
You want to sit, we're going to do makeup for 2 hours and get you exactly what you want.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah.
I love it.
That's what it was.
Showing up so cool in that way.
I know we had this bucket. It was like a tote, a Rubbermaid tote of all the costumes. There was like capes and pirate gear and stuff like that. Nothing too crazy, just one tote. And we'd take it out throughout the year and, you know, dress up and have fun and that kind of stuff. And just, I feel like costumes back when we were younger with the creating your own type thing could have even ended up scarier and more, and maybe that made it more creative of an event. And maybe we love going to the Halloween store and like looking at all the costumes and stuff like that. My daughter changes her mind like 10 times before Halloween. That's always fun. So there's no wrong answer to it. The one year we took my son's old school uniform and ripped it up and put fake blood on it and tied like a rope around his waist for a belt and called him a zombie. And that was one of his coolest costumes. But then, you know, other years we'll go to the store and they'll pick out a costume and there's no wrong answer as long as they have fun. And that's something that they're looking forward to. Yeah.
So are you guys a dress up dad or a behind the scenes?
Most definitely behind the scenes, but I will step up when I have to. I remember one year Zario's, you know, she's the youngest, right? So Ayana and my oldest, Nicole, were just pumped all fucking week. And when the time came, they were just, and it was around this area. So I used to live on Notre Dame, right? Where the apartments are. And the blessed thing about this area, like you have these little communities, like these little townhouses areas. So they were hyped. They were going, hitting up a couple townhouse complex, and, you know, Azari being the youngest, trying to keep up. She'd get tired, right? And it was like, okay, now she's getting restless and complaining that she's not getting as much candy. No problem. Give me your mask. Give me your bag. Got that mask on. I'm going up there, trick or treat. I remember one time this couple opened the door and they're like, I'm pretty sure you're too old for this. I'm like, no, I'm just from my youngin', but I'd step right in, right? When she couldn't take it no more. I'd grab the mask and I'd get right up in there. Like,
Go
oh,
get
make
it.
sure you get your candy. Don't worry about it.
You're never too old.
Never too old.
It's keep the spirit alive.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
And you, Jeff, are you do you get dressed up still?
I do like a half-ass costume. Like last year, me and my girl, we got cowboy hats and dressed. I got a little like bolo tie and we called it a costume. I have machines. It's pretty easy. You know, cowboy. I like the classics too, right? Like a zombie or a cowboy, like you know that kind of stuff. So we'll see what happens this year.
I don't know if I've never, like I said before, like I'm not a big Halloween guy, but if my kid is, I'm now a Halloween guy.
Let's get it.
So we'll see. We'll see where he goes. Mick likes Halloween. She like, I think before we started dating, she used to go to out with her girlfriend. They'd always go to a party. They were always dressing out. Like she always had pictures of her and her friend in costume. She had like a sweet like trailer trash costume. It looks so good. It looks so good. So I know that she likes it. I don't know if she's maybe stepped back a little bit because I'm not a big fan of Halloween. But if she moves forward with it with Lincoln, which I mean, all the power to them, then I will be
You will play the rest of that.
yeah, I will do whatever we got to do.
That's fun, man. It's fun.
And I think that that's what I need, though. I think that I need someone else's Halloween magic to then have that joy.
Yep.
It don't matter to me. It's a candy. It's, you know, I would go all out, maybe at home, but we'll see how.
We're gonna have a Halloween party with the family. No, guys. No, I'm saying you guys and me. We're gonna do a little Halloween party.
Yeah.
I don't force you to get into this.
Yeah,
I love it.
I'm down.
Costume party.
Okay.
And then once you have that costume, you're like, fuck, I better get my money's worth out of this and wear it Halloween night.
Yeah.
Let's go.
You'll look for a couple excuses to wear it.
Yeah.
Hell yeah. So
I'm down.
I'm doing great.
I like it.
Let's do it.
So talking about the unpredictable side of Halloween, the part where the sugar crashes, the costumes malfunction, the house is too spooky, your kid's getting tired, you got to put the mask on. As dads, how we show up when things turn from fun to frantic is important. What's a Halloween moment where your kid's freaked out, and what did you learn from it? What did you learn from having to step up for your youngest and go grab that candy? What do you feel like that meant for her?
For me, it was like, don't spoil the moment, man. Don't spoil the moment. Regardless what's going on. Yes, you may be having a meltdown, but this is still, I'm out here for this little girl to build memories. So I might be getting frustrated that she's not too into it, but I'm gonna keep it cool. I'm gonna keep it positive. I'm gonna try to keep her in the moment and put a little bit of a parenting aside and just more like friends and have fun. Encourage her, just, yeah, you might be tired, but this only happens one night a year. Come on, Azaria, we gotta get this candy. I'm telling you, right? And then, she might crack a smile. She sees daddy steps up and then she's ready to go. Okay.
Like stepping back and letting them create their own Halloween memory of what it is. When they're our age, they'll look back and be like, this was what Halloween was for me.
Your daughter might remember that. I would ask her, do you remember when you were tired and I went and, that could be a core memory for her.
I'm telling you right now, it is that we crack jokes about that. Just the reaction of the couple that opened the door and they're just like, really? Really?
What are you doing?
Right? And you could hear the kids in the background just cracking. Like, we still talk about that. So of course, it builds memories.
That's it.
Yeah.
Awesome.
How do you guys manage your own expectations on a night like that? I know for me, something that I'm learning, Halloween aside with my son, is I end up most frustrated when my expectations, I've set expectations, and having a child, your expectations aren't going to be met.
Yeah.
How I think a situation is going to go, how I think my evening is going to go, I have to not set those expectations. But how have you guys managed your own expectations on nights like that? You expect you're going to go out, kids are going to behave, they're going to be polite, maybe they're getting a bit wild, maybe they're getting a bit fatigued. How do you guys manage your own expectations of the evening?
That's interesting. Right now, me and the kid's mom, we alternate years where we get to take them out, and then the other year, like you're home handing out candy kind of thing. And we live across the street from each other, so it doesn't matter which year. At least if you're the one staying home, they're coming to trick or treat at your house. Like my daughter and her friends come. I open the door, it's them. There's like 10 of them. They just come into the front. They ravage the place. They leave like all the candy and stuff. Everything's got is like a pack of piranhas and left. And then I'm like, but maybe that's a nice memory for them. But now like they're getting older. My son's going with his friends and they're doing a bit more independence. And then they go and hang out at the buddy's house until like 11 p.m. school night. But it's like, you let them, have that evening. My daughter.
Halloween's on a Friday this year, so I feel like that's huge.
That's massive.
That's gonna be a problem.
It's gonna be a big night.
Yeah,
It's gonna
for
be a
sure.
big one. But then, yeah, my daughter, she does like 30 houses, and she's ready to be done, and then
Is 30 a lot?
Not for me back in the day. Nah,
Not way back. I was in multiple neighborhoods,
bro.
I was out all night.
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah.
you get home from school and you're gone until every single house is out of candy.
That's it.
That's for I'm excited about this year is I live in a small town, and for the youngins they do a monster walk. So like the weekend before or after Halloween, I don't remember which one. All the shops on the main street hand out candy. So it's massive. There's so many people. There's so many little kids. You go out and all the shops are handing out candy. All the little children get dressed up because I think maybe that's why in my town we don't see a lot of folks out at night. It's a very young parent town.
Yeah.
So all the from Lincoln's age, a couple months old to a couple of years old, maybe 5, 6, 7-year-olds are all out doing trick or treating at the shops, and I think it's such a great idea. So that I'm not taking my 7-month out trick-or-treating until 11 p.m. I don't need the candy. They'll give it to them, I know. But I'm really thankful for something like that little monster walk. I think it's a cool idea.
It is, yeah. And the city's been doing something downtown on the Flex Street. They'll have little pop-up booths, and
Okay.
you go in the afternoon, there's contests. There's always this one guy, he's dressed up in this really expensive, nice Groot costume.
Okay.
He's on like stilts. He's probably like 9.5 feet tall,
Oh.
but he shows up all the time. It's like 1 p.m. The radio station's down there kind of thing. There's
It's super cool.
bandos. But as the kids in the neighborhood get older, I feel like they are staying out a little later. It's good. And if the sun doesn't go down till 7:38, then the magic doesn't come alive. Like all the jack-o'-lanterns don't start lighting up.
True.
My big thing is I'm an AV guy, so I project on all the windows of the front of my house, and I swear
I'm gonna come.
Dude,
And then here on Halloween, I gotta
square it up, and then I'll put this same image of like flames, and it'll look like my house is on fire kind of thing. My daughter hates that one. It looks a little bit too real. So we'll switch it up. We'll put like 2 eyeballs in the upstairs, and they kind of like move independently, and it looks like, this is a live thing. So
I'm definitely coming by.
if you're not,
I need to lay you this.
yeah, you got to see it at night, right?
Yeah.
The older kids liked it. Teenagers said good job, so that was like a win.
We should do just like a nice little evening here on Halloween. Just hand out candy at your house.
So let's do it.
All right.
Everybody
Watch a scary movie.
We'll all get dressed up, so we'll do. That's where I use my costume second time.
Yeah.
We'll do the party, and then we'll come here and hand out candy.
We'll have a festive cocktail.
Festive cocktail. Sounds delicious.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So let's play some games. That would be nice.
Okay, so at the end of the day, Halloween is about stories that we're going to tell later, right? How we create moments that matter, even when it's a mess. A Halloween memory that was messy for me as a kid, that turned out to one of my core memories was, again, I was always acting up. And my mom was I always listened. I was way bigger than my mom forever. And she would ground me, but I would listen.
Mm-hmm.
So bless her for how she managed that, because I didn't have to, but I feared her. So I would lose like school dances, or I lost Halloween. That's where this memory came from. And that was so impactful. It was like, stop screwing around, being a bad kid. But she took Halloween away. You're not going out with your friends this year. You're grounded. Done. And I thought, oh, dang, like I want to go out. I want to get candy. And I think she maybe realized, I haven't really talked to her about it, maybe realized that like, ooh, like that worked. I was crushed. So we handed out candy that year. And she says, you know, because you're not going out this year, why don't you can still get dressed up and you'll sit there as like a mannequin. We'll scare people. Dang. And I thought, okay, like I could be on board with that. That was like the best Halloween night I've ever had. I don't remember we had a mask, and I think she like stuffed my clothes. So I really looked like fluffed up. And people would come up and she was sitting on the steps and they would say trick or treat. And I go, blah, blah, blah. Yeah. And like you scared the shit out of Deeper. But that was a night that through my own doing got taken away from me. Yeah. But still became a core memory. Yeah. It's still funny to me, the fact that I got drowned. I don't even remember what I did. Lost Halloween. But through losing Halloween became my most memorable Halloween. That's what's up. Do you guys have a from your own Halloween one that sticks out the most, and then one with your kids that sticks out the most? Ryan, having 3 kids, do you have 3 different Halloweens that stick out for each of them?
No. It was just a family experience. So it's just everything bundled into one. Mm-hmm. Honestly, I can't say there's one that sticks out entirely to me. It was just leading up to the event and the energy from the kids and the excitement of the neighborhood kids talking about it, and them marking out their own maps and the big chocolate bars are, and just all that.
Stay away from where the apple comes from.
Oh man, no one wants the fruit cup. Stay away from that apartment because no one wants the fruit cup.
You don't go to the teacher's house; they give you a pencil.
Oh my gosh, so it was just bundled up into just one great, every year great experience for my girls. So nothing really stands out. It was just Halloween comes together as fun times, man. Fun times, good memories, and really subtracting myself out of the situation to allow them to, like, if they're okay, yeah, we might be in the background, but they're with their friends. Let them enjoy their moment. And through them enjoying their moments, me and my wife caught glimpses of our memories too, as them being youths and being themselves and enjoying the moment for what it was.
It's gotta be so cool to see.
Yeah.
Seeing, like, just stepping back, like you said, and watching them get excited for Halloween, playing the costumes, playing what houses they're going to, talking to their friends. Are we going out? Are you coming with me? Okay, this is what we're doing. This is where we're going. This is where we can meet up. And we're going to hit all these houses, like scheming to how much candy we're going to get. Yeah. That's got to be so cool.
Hell yeah.
Watching their memories be created.
Oh yeah.
That's cool.
I can't wait. Regardless of what the event is, I can't wait to see that excitement in my son. See him playing in something and wanting to do something, and watching his plan, like you could do for your daughter with it, watching her come up with an idea and then you helping breathe that into to life is so cool. It's got to be a wild thing to be able to give your child.
Hell yeah. Don't ever forget it. It resonates. Yeah.
Jeff, do you have any core Halloween memories for yourself, for your kids that stand out?
The excitement of being at school on Halloween day, and you're like, oh, it's tonight. Oh yeah, it's tonight, and you're on the school bus coming home, and then you get home and you just like instantly start getting ready. This is when you'd bike your friend's house and like toss your bike on their lawn, and it's knock on the door and be like, you ready yet? Like,
and this is all done on a school night, so that even made it even more awesome.
Oh man, there was no time to waste. You're thinking about it all day long. You at school you're doing like making Halloween crafts, and then you go home and you get started, and then it's usually like dads bringing the group of kids out. Like I remember my dad and a couple other dads in the neighborhood would walk us around all night long while Mom would be at home doing the handout of candy and keeping the dogs like out of the way kind of thing.
Yep.
And then the one night we were out, it was getting later in the evening. We were all the way across town, which is small town. So it was like 500 people. It's not a big place, but there was a massive shooting star that lit the whole sky up on Halloween night while we were all dressed up, walking there with our dads. And it was like, that was neat. That was like a crazy cool thing that happened. So that's a memory.
That's so cool. Yeah. It's cool having those. To me, like I said at the beginning, you know, Halloween isn't, for me, it wasn't about the event of Halloween or any of that. It was, but there's definitely these just moments. There's these costumes that I can remember sitting in, you know, my family's friend's house getting painted as Dracula, and her son was the vampire or the mummy, and then going out in that neighborhood and just like that experience more than it being Halloween. It's just so cool to think about.
But we can't forget the best part. Can't sit here and have this conversation and lie to ourselves that, do you remember when it came time to be able to have a candy from the bag after mom checked everything?
Oh yeah.
I was sugar high until the next morning. Like,
yeah,
for the next 2 months, you're definitely finding candy wrappers in between the seats.
Yeah,
like
for sure.
every which place you can find it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just the reward of, this is me. I put in the hard work, and this is the result.
So do you think as parents, let me know, do y'all go through it to inspect the candy to make sure it's safe? Is that just because you're pulling out what you want?
Hell yeah.
Hold it up.
I'm not gonna lie on this podcast. I'm gonna be transparent. It's all about the candy. And then when I became a parent, I got the first choice. You gotta relax. Give me a second to check all this. You'll get your stash in the morning when you're going to school. So I'm gonna take care of this.
Oh, that is amazing. I've never put that together until this moment.
Let's get it.
Like, okay, I need to make sure that there's no razor blades in it.
Yeah.
Let me, oh, dang.
That is definitely an adult urban legend right there. Some parent thought of that.
No.
Should we just check this candy?
It is.
Genius. You know what? That's the best. That is the best. Like me and my sister would come with our sleeping, our pillowcase full, dump it in the middle of the living room carpet, my pile, her pile.
Y'all trades?
Make some trades.
My gosh.
See, I didn't have a sibling to do none of that with.
That's
awesome.
We had friends, but otherwise it was just mine.
Yeah. And like the kids still do that. They come and sort it. Suckers over here. Drinks and stuff. The shit eggs their stuff over there. Make some trades. I cut some deals. I take my dad tax out of it, you know, the 10%.
Yes.
I love it.
Awesome.
What was your favorite? What was like your top 3 candies, whatever you got? What did you want every year?
I remember this clearly, and it was the Popeye cigarettes.
No shit.
I'm telling you, they taste great, and you can, pose as, a little something, right? Yeah, but it was the Popeye cigarette.
Yeah.
I also like my jelly babies. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Rockets, Tootsie Rolls. Tootsie Rolls. Yeah. Rockets and Tootsie Rolls.
Hell yeah.
I think for me, Rockets, and then I think it was like a toffee, like a little square.
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Caramel.
Yeah.
Whatever, it was always stuck to the wrapper.
Oh yeah.
It's in clear.
Little cube. Yeah.
Right? Yeah.
Yeah. Those were my two
yeah.
favorites. But Rockets, hands down, were my favorite.
I love it.
I love that.
Oh yeah.
Awesome. Okay. For the listener, if you're on Spotify, YouTube, leave a comment. Tell us, what's your most memorable Halloween as a dad moment? Meltdown, magic, or total mayhem? We'll probably also post a story when this episode comes out with a similar question being, what is your most memorable Halloween moment as a dad? Please comment, respond to that. We love reading that stuff. Who knows, maybe in the future we might be sharing it. Jump on the Discord. We would love to see. I'll make a channel for Halloween costumes. I don't know how popular the Discord will be at this moment. But if you're on it, share your Halloween costume. Share yours, share your kids, share previous ones. We just want to really establish community on there Follow us on Instagram or Threads at the Dad Edit Podcast. You can find us on Twitter at the Dad Edit. Halloween is not about getting it perfect. It's about being in the moment.
Yep.
Whether that moment's a tantrum, a costume rip, a fatigued child, or a laugh that you didn't expect, the mess is the memory.
Hell yeah.
And we really need to remember that. Thank you guys for listening to the Dad Edit Podcast. If this episode gave you a laugh, a nudge, or a little bit of clarity, hit that follow, leave a review, send it to a dad who needs this reminder to enjoy the chaos. And we will see you guys next time.